Ow.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Chicago Bears.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. So happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our 6th season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks...
It's intercepted, it is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They begin the drive with Charles. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Vick's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. here's Vick. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And the Bears are going to have a
already
first and
niggas
goal
falling.
coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Just
Now
can't
after
even
the
get to the
completion,
first
we're going to
drive.
get timeout, an injured player. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big connection on that one. 31 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football at the end result. Charles, him on the ground.
Who the fuck got that bitch, boy?
Keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Vick, throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, Vick. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A Great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Chandler Jones gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
2020 wasn't the year that Chandler Jones would normally have because of a biceps injury. Only 1 sack in the 5 games played, but he had 17 sacks in 2007.
Double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return will stop right around the 25. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side, Charles. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL started. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how...
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because...
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
That's funny.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
I'm glad you was here to see that. I'm glad you was here to see that.
Not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. We focus
Damn, Ben.
now on the quarterback.
Damn, maybe it 1 kg.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
Come on, somebody.
Go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. To throw on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Chandler Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
On 3rd down, Butts, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now after the running play, we've got a man down.
Oh, shout out to him getting hurt.
Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure
touchdown.
Much better.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Chicago. Julio Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to...
Come on, bro.
Time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29.
Like at some point, it get ridiculous.
23-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
On 2nd and 7, Vick. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
The backfield,
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Get in there. Come on, Biggs.
Because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Kyle Pitts with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this 1st half as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jordan Love with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, we moved to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Then DiNucci, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll have fans at Allegiant Stadium for the very first time. What a night it'll be. Ravens, Raiders, live from Las Vegas. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
He said back and forth. Oh, that's funny.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Vick. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down throw coming for Vick. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I waited too late to get out of the pocket.
Rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And in 2020, this unit was again one of the best defenses in the NFL. They can bring a lot of heat with their pass rush. As a group, they finished with 53 sacks last season, second only to the Steelers' 56, and a lot of it was interior pressure.
On second and a long way to go. Vick. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Man open, here is Jones. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now Vick on fourth down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Vick now. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Bears. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes good plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger.
Oh, yeah.
Coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to work this to the 23 before it's all said and done.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Finn's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. To throw again is Roethlisberger.
Come on, let's go get me.
On target to Thielen. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Chandler Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Go for it.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kick by Gold is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
From the 31, Vick. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess Charles'
labor? Come on, bro.
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. 2nd and 5. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 2nd down, it's Charles. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Vick readies to throw. Eluding the pressure. Here's a diving catch right side.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Vick operating on 1st down. There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Vick's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The first down carry here for Charles. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Again, it's Charles. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Roethlisberger's throw taken in by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Roethlisberger will throw. And a first hook up with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
This game
Yeah,
just keeps
Gronk was out, been out here.
doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first.
Keep him in bounds.
Big reason they're losing right now. Now Roethlisberger on first down. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 19, the 40.
Dang, you slow.
The 20.
Oh, we got plenty
And
of fun,
they
baby.
will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Yeah, Troy, you slow. I'm
They've been
finna.
suffocating all game long
Troy, you
on
think you traded?
defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the
You are
air.
too slow to be on my team, Troy. The man's free.
Back here down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of
Back
nice.
to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And we've got a timeout.
Get him over a buck.
9 seconds remaining.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. He'll have a first down past the...
We gonna get over a buck.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little...
Hey, 69.
Extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel
Hey.
good about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home.